Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
You appear ready
Okay,
for the
lass,
oath.
we've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
Я не совсем понимаю условия клятвы.
By transacting the oath with Nocturnal, you're entering into a business deal. You'll be provided all of the power and knowledge befitting a nightingale. You're free to use those powers as you see fit, to further your own goals, or the goals of the Thieves Guild.
А что взамен?
In return, you'll be required to defend the Twilight Sepulchre and everything within when the need arises. More importantly, upon your death, your spirit will be bound to the Twilight Sepulchre as one of its guardians.
Обратной дороги не будет.
Once the oath has been struck, the terms are binding. Knowing this, are you ready to undergo the ceremony?
А вот здесь случается глюк. Нажимаешь.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there.
Она идет, 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 идет. Получилось. Это охренеть можно. Она уходила. Она каждый раз уходила в другую сторону.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Kарлia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Kарлia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Kарлia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Лучше сохранить. Тут вдруг еще какой-нибудь глюк будет.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
Он еще что-то натворил.
Mercer was able to unlock the guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
Значит, этот ключ открывает любую дверь.
Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless.
Интересный выбор. Мы втроем станем его хранителями.
I'm afraid that's impossible. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
Первый раз в жизни мне поручают вернуть краденое.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner.
Пошли.
Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild.
Зачем ты мне все это говоришь?
Kарлия and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
Я? Почему я? А ты как же?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do. Maybe even one of the best. But it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it.
Я даже не знаю, что сказать.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
Я принимаю предложение.
Decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
Значит, мы должны найти их первыми.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Kарлia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember.
Что ж, значит, теперь мы соловьи.
Aye, and some of what Kарлia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
Думаешь, у нас есть шанс против Мерсера?
If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Kарлaya. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way.
Все. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, если еще не подписаны. Пока.